Okay, um, these are the top 3 lessons of this week. The first one being, if you want to improve in anything, the best thing you can do is to measure it. And so I noticed that I have a clear improvement. Like I've improved quite a lot from where I started my specific measuring, and the only way I can know that is that I have a number, and then I have a second number, and it goes like this, comparing two different times. The second one being now, and now I can see that I improve, and it's very encouraging to see that you really improve when you're putting the hard work. Like it's very tough. Like you just reflect and you learn it. You push yourself through learning, and when you see that you really learn, it's super encouraging. And more about measuring. So if I don't measure, I don't really know what happened there, right? So I have to measure in order for me to really know if I improved or not. And so why does it matter? Why it's like this? So if you measure things, you automatically become self-aware. And so if you're self-aware, you don't want to look bad. you want to improve, you know? Like you will improve if you measure. So there's sort of this self-accountability dynamic there. And the lesson is, the more specified lesson of this week is, top 1 lesson is, if you measure regularly with numbers, you win. If you measure regularly with numbers, you win. With numbers, you measure once a week or something like that, you win. And the steps to improvement is, when you start something new, you make a simple measures. Like what is the most important measure of this thing? What are we trying to achieve here? How can we measure this? For example, I want to learn a specific thing. I take an assessment before I start to learn that thing. So then I know, okay, so I'm at this level. And then you start to measure throughout the process with suitable milestones. And you reflect, you watch your progress, and eventually you will get motivated from the progress, like you are improving, and it's super amazing. And so if there is no progress, you cannot see it going up, then you think, why there is no progress? What am I doing wrong? And regardless, you win, because you know if you are not doing something right, and you know if you're doing something right. So that is a super great deal, to always measure whatever you're doing. And if in this particular situation, if I would have a study of 6 months or something, I would first take the assessment, then assess once per month, depending on intensity, how much will I learn per month. Or at least reflect once a month, what did I learn in this month that I didn't know before? And then you can have a sort of a feeling like, oh, I actually learned something, so it's super great, and I have to learn it, and it's important, etc. So then the second most important lesson of this week is, I noticed that I can focus a certain amount of hours, like very intensely, into my work, but after this threshold, sort of, it's like such a decline, like pretty rapidly. And there's a thing that I noticed was that if I am very peaceful, no anger, no dopamine spikes, I can focus extremely well and much longer. So the point is, now I can focus like a lot longer, like maybe 3x more if I would two scenarios. In the first one, I get angry or something, and then I maybe get some dopamine. I watch some shorts or something. I maybe focus 3 hours. On the second scenario, I don't watch shows, I don't get angry, I'm in a Zen mode. I focus easily 10 hours. Easily. Like boom. And I just do it. And why is this? I think if the mind is very calm and stable, it's also requiring less energy and resources. So you can sort of recover in the process when you're like actually working. And dopamine and emotional burden, like all these things, they make your energy go away. I think that's why it happens. The lesson is, there's two lessons in this. The first one is prioritize a Zen mode when working, also aka a flow mode, working free of excess dopamine and emotional spikes. So don't get angry. Two, lower your expectations to realistic levels on the things that you are working with. But you can keep your standards high, but you have to lower your expectations to the level that is realistic to have, because otherwise you will get angry. To improve, what are the steps? You first, of course, the basic structure. You have to define the goals, the micro goals, then the current state, and then you have to set the milestones. You break it down into manageable steps that are small as possible, that you can manage. You can sort of like, if you want to eat a cake, you have to break it down to eat it. Okay, so that's what you have to do with goals too. And then you implement and test one small thing, one small improvement, between you and the milestone. Once that works, then only you move to the next. If it doesn't work, you want to understand why it didn't work. And always when it also works, you want to understand why did it work? Because then learning happened and you improved. So yeah, if it didn't work, you want to figure out like what to do. If you tend to feel frustrated, this is extra tip. If you tend to feel frustrated, if the step didn't work as you expected, you have to lower your expectations of having it. And then also breathing. So simple belly breathing a couple times, that will calm your mind. Like that's all you have to do. All right, and then the third one, the last one, is that, yeah, if you never did it before, expect that things go wrong. So that is realism. So if you don't know how to walk, expect to fall. So when you expect that, then it's not that surprising when you fall. Yeah, what happened was that I was implementing software, and I was like, yeah, let's do this. And I clearly noticed that if I don't know how to do it, I've never done it before, if I keep it very simple and go layer by layer by layer by layer and not trying to jump all the way on the top, then I can do it. But if I try to move like faster than it's possible, sort of, faster than it's suitable, because nothing is impossible. Yeah, then it just doesn't work. And the lesson is, if you never did it before, you will suck at it. And you should expect that too. But you want to get learning, that's the point. The steps are, if it's new, understand the micro skills or the things you need to accomplish in order to achieve the thing. That is what I just explained in the second top goal lesson. Then you want to list these things down, what you have to do, and you want to start from the hardest stuff and keep it very simple, as small steps as possible. And then if it goes right or wrong, you just learn from it, improve it, and once it works, then you can move to the next step. So then it's very easy for you to move back. That's it.